Sorry, I was distracted by the cute little puppy here. But yes, we are on our way to Lake Griffin State Park. Sorry, I had to look because I forgot the name. But so yeah, that is what we're doing this weekend. It's our weekend warrior, the RV. So let's see, can you see it back there? It's right there. What else is here, babes? At this state park, I forgot. You kind of did
really nothing. Actually, no. There's a couple of hiking trails. They're not humongous or long, but there are some hiking trails, and it boasts the second oldest tree in the state of Florida.
Well, that'd be kind of cool. So I guess we will actually go see the second oldest tree in the state of Florida.
Yep.
And as far as I know, this is a good place to go kayaking, but we did not bring our kayaks this time, just for the simple fact that we heard the water was not clear. We didn't want to really get our kayaks kind of all muddied since we keep them in the RV. And so we are just going to be relaxing, doing nothing, and hanging out with the adventure puppy. She's excited to come with us this time. She hasn't been the last couple times because it's been so hot.
Well, good morning, everyone. So you basically had the intro last night, and that was it. Because by the time we got here, it was dark. It was a little bit longer of a drive than I anticipated. I was thinking it was only going to be an hour, but it was more like 2 hours. And then these are the tightest sites that we have really ever been to up to this point so far.
And the least level.
Yes, and the least level. So the Anderson block really came in handy.
But with the most Wi-Fi.
True. The most Wi-Fi connection. We actually have 2 bars that is, 5G. So this is the best Wi-Fi connection we've had. But we'll take you around the site here in just a little while. But right now we're just kind of enjoying our morning coffee. Peachy is in her favorite spot, which is of course in the 0G chair. Little rugrat. All right, so let's take a look around our campsite. Quite honestly, other than proximity to the bathrooms here, I wasn't a big fan of this site. Really tight, pretty uneven for this particular area. I had to use almost the full Anderson block and really tight turning to get it situated here. But that's just this site. So this is site 21. There are several pull-through sites and a few other areas that are nicer. We'll probably do a drive to jot down some of the numbers because that's what we've been doing. Trying to pick a site, looking at the map doesn't do it justice because you really can't tell until you're here. Anyway, let's take a quick look at our area here. So you can see right there is the walkway that leads up to the showers. These actually had surprisingly good showers. All right, so this is our site. And you can see I had to go in kind of catty-cornered with the truck to get it parked. And it has an entrance log here that then immediately drops off. So it honestly, that I don't know if that's there to truly keep the soil in place, build up, which looks like it might, but it kind of ruins the parking spot that you could have done on this far side. But not a lot of wide access here. You can see how close to the pole I had to get. I had to get pretty darn close. Super strong water pressure, but it is lower to the ground. So I had to reverse and put my filter against the actual RV instead of everything hooking up on the pole itself. This one was just 30 amps. So not a 50 amp hookup for this particular site. There is a bear pole here, mainly for the cubs. I know it's weird. We didn't see any, but there was rumors of some cubs around the area. We're using it just to kind of hold some fly paper and stuff like that. But you can see how close this is. And we had to move our picnic table over. So a very, very narrow site. Still not terrible, but by no means is it one of the better sites that we've been at. So, and there's my Peachamasaur. But yeah, if you look at the Anderson block there, I had to come up fairly substantially, more than I have in other areas. I was about 2.5 inches off, left to right. But ours does have a fire pit ring. And then it backs up to the woods, and that little strip right there is actually one of the walking trails that's about a mile or so that canvases the area. All right, as you can see here, we are at the entrance of the park, driving out towards the entrance, I should say. Here's a nice little open green area for your puppy dogs. And then this is the waterway, and you can see that it is definitely built up with some algae and all of that. So not really something we would want to take our kayaks in, since we do store them in the back of the trailer when we're done. All right, let's see if we can find this big tree. All righty. We are headed down the Live Oak Trail. And this is actually not supposed to be a very long trail. Peachy got to do a little bit of a pit stop first.
She's happy to rest.
What you doing here, Peachamasaur? And we're gonna go ahead and give this sucker a try. So this is supposed to be the second oldest oak tree in the state of Florida that we're heading to. Well, that's not very far of a walk. It's literally right around this corner, I believe. I can already see the huge, outreach of the branches there. Look at that. Yep, this is it. Holy crap. That was a quick walk. So yeah, if you come to the Lake Griffin State Park and you want to see the live oak tree, it is not even a minute walk from the parking lot. So there you go. This is officially the second oldest oak tree.
300 to 500 years old, they estimate.
And of course we get the information wrong. So it is the second largest oak tree, not the second oldest oak tree. But let's go take a little bit closer look. See, you hear things through the rumor mill on what it is, but then when you actually get there, you figure out what it truly is. We kept hearing the oldest, the second oldest, the second oldest, the second oldest, but it is not. It is the second largest. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool oak tree. Definitely quite large, as it says in the advertisement. You can see it back there. So it is pretty darn big. Nice little wide area around it to walk and take a look. And this is right when you come into the park. You will see a little right, and it says service vehicles beyond it, but then you'll see something that says Live Oak Trail, and there's place for maybe 3 cars. So if you just want to pop in, come see this really quick, you could probably be in and out in like 5 minutes if all you want to do is look at it and not spend a lot of time here. But it's definitely a cool, natural phenomena the second largest piece of wood in the state of Florida. Me being the first. Bazinga! What do you think, Peachy Mazur? She's like, it's a nice tree to go to Pee-Pee's by. Peachy, how many paws up do you give it?
It's a very nice tree. I Pee-Peed. I give it 4 out of 5 paws.
All right, well, let's see what more trouble we can get into here. From what I understand, there is a humongous Rural King here, which I will fit right in with my cut-off sleeveless shirts. But it's a big, like, Tractor Supply store, so we're gonna go take Peachy there so she can see the baby chickens, and of course, we'll show you guys the baby chickens. Rural King always has baby chickens. Welcome to Rural King. You guys ready for some adorable? So get your practice it. Practice. Did you practice saying aw? All right, you're gonna need it. Here we go. Seeing the baby chickens are always fun coming here. Peep, 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 peep. All right, let's see if we can find where the wife and the puppy went. Onward. I'll give you one guess where Mel is. Take a guess right now. All right, we are done with Rural King. We're gonna be heading back to the campsite. Peachy is working on the free pig ear, which was the free pet treat of the month. So yeah, if you bring your 4-legged flea bags in there will always be a treat for them.
There's treats for people too, because we get popcorn.
Oh yes, there is free popcorn.
I think we made out.
So pretty good. Got out of there with only 93 cents spent. Although, trust me, I wanted to spend more. Anyway, back to the campsite. Yesterday was a very, let's just say a very trying day. We didn't get a lot of video, so I do apologize, but hopefully you liked the oak tree and the stop at Rural King. This weekend, my MacBook died. It was working when I left the house. I turned it off, and when I came here and tried to turn it on, it wouldn't start. And our YouTube life is there. It's not the end of the world because I have backups of all the videos, but all of the software, all of the plugins, all of some of our newer work was all on there that hadn't been officially backed up properly yet. So, all right. Well, thank you for listening to my woes and tribulations. And we are just going to go ahead and have some coffee and then get packed up and head back on the road. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching this. If you like what you see, consider joining the channel. You have that options. There's a couple of different tiers that you're going to get extra perks. So anything you do to help support the channel and help us continue to bring you these types of videos is most appreciative. So make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notify. That way you're notified when new episode drops. As always, we'll see you on the scenic route.